the blood boiling. Quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Florida Gators and the Auburn Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Guys, checking in with the Gators head coach before the game. He has been warning his team all week about this game. Both teams undefeated to start this season, and he believes the difference will be who can execute the best. He believes that his team and his quarterback have the confidence and composure to compete well in this environment. I'll keep you posted on how well they're communicating down here on the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Gators ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense working from the pistol. Looking for space. It's Cobb.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And the Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Might as well stick with him. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollack cut blocked. Maybe even double-team high load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Oh, they're after him. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Showing the arm strength down the left side.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's going to get loose. Touchdown, Gators. Special teams proving to be special. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Tigers send out the offense to go to work. That opening script from the offensive coordinator didn't lead to a score as they punted on their first possession. Now they have it back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Brown wants to pass. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He'll pull it down and run. Breaks into the open. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Nimrod. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. On the move. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. They'll bring him down right at the 20-yard line, and a 4th down looms and decision time for this offense. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Going to the run, it's Cobb. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, the offense didn't have the result they wanted on that first drive, having to punt, but they're having a lot more success here on the second drive. They're having some balance, and they're getting a rhythm. I think a big part of that is their ability to run the football. Very, very important to them, and doing a nice job on that last play, picking up the first down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Here's a give to Washington. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
I like the adjustments from this offense from first possession to second. Like first possession, you could tell maybe a little bit nervous. Maybe just not starting the way they wanted to. Didn't script the play.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Jones to throw. Makes the catch. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And I think with Florida, man, it's all about the quarterback position. When it was rolling at its peak, right, it was Jesse Palmer and Tim Tebow. That guy was pretty good, too. But, like, finding that guy that can make the plays, I think bringing in Buster Faulkner is a big deal. They'll have a great offensive identity. But, Palmer, Florida's good when they got the trigger.
Well, the good news is they didn't have to leave the U.S. border to find the next guy like they did way back in the day. But you're right. I think Buster Faulkner really is the key. I thought one of the big moves for John Sumrall in the offseason was bringing in Faulkner as his offensive coordinator. One of the most difficult coordinators to defend. You ask any D coordinator in the country, and he always seems to get the best out of his quarterback. So they had a guy in DJ Lagway. They had really high hopes. Things didn't work out. He moves on to Baylor. But this is a critical spot. And how quickly this new quarterback can get on the same page as his play caller, that's critical for their success.
Crosses the 45. First down and more. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the holes, and then before you know it, he's just chewing up yards and making big plays.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Jones wants to throw it. Takes the easy one to the back. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
It's a good decision by the quarterback. The defense was blitzing, so he threw hot to his running back out on the perimeter of the field, but just a better job tackling by the defense to now set up fourth down.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Gets drilled as he releases it. The ball just triples to the ground.
the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Running inside, it's Cobb. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Quarterback keeper. Maybe some room here. Past the 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Tigers! He got a step and just dusted the field.
This quarterback is so unique and he's so special because of his running ability, his wiggle, his speed, and his burst in the open field. He's like a running back playing the quarterback position, and he shows you that on that play.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Play is stopped as they check on an injured Gator. That is their sophomore starting wide receiver. Hope he's just shaken up momentarily. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on it. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Looking to buy time. He's going to take off. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Jones to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got his man. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. The officials have stopped the clock as there is an injured Auburn Tiger on the field. I'm sure Holly will find out what's going on, and for the moment, we will step aside. couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
And first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff. Washington goes left. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They'll run the option. They knock him down right at the 20-yard line. Not enough for the first down, but maybe they'll keep the offense on the field. And they decide to trot out the kicker. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. Never a down. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Wide receiver going in motion. Jones wants to throw it. Pocket breaking down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Handoff for Ball. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And these 3rd downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the 3rd down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. The sure hands, it's Pryor. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Running backs nowadays, they are wide receivers. I mean, you got to feature them in the pass game. Why? Because you get matchups on linebackers like this. Great job getting the football near the line of scrimmage. Bam, break a tackle, make something happen, get 10-plus yards.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Caught behind the line. It's Mays. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on them. Jones to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Slips a tackle and he's got room. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Motion from the wideout. There's some room. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Give him 6. Touchdown, Gators! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for a crease. It's Cobb. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, if they could stop the run, it was going to be really, really hard on the offense. And I just love the tenacity they're playing with right now. This front 7 are flying around, getting to the ball carrier. This running back has had nowhere to go today.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Right back to him on the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the...
Oh, he's got some space. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Might be calling a hot route. The give on the counter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Now facing a 3rd and long.
Kill. 886 bouncer. 886 bouncer. Magic.
Brown will throw it. Blasted as he lets it go. Finds a man on the right. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. To the air on first down. Working that left side. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Auburn lines up quickly. This quarterback part of their running game. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Auburn calls its second of 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
Hey, how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout. It's 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Now the Tigers will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. The offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Rides to the back. He's got the first down, but he's going to need a lot more than that. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that full Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We start with a look in on BYU taking on the Colorado State Rams. And it's BYU looking to make it 3 straight victories to start the new year. So far, so good. They lead this one in the first half.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going. Turning it on! Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Singleton. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. And they force a negative play.
And the Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. With the catch, it's Singleton. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's a give the ball.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back could get some positive yards.
Jones wants to throw it. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
He'll throw on third down. Looking to the big tight end. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Got his man on the right. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second.
Touchdown, Florida! And that one will put them up here in the second half. Getting set for the point after.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Got a little grass. The 50, the 40, the 30, the 10. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
He'll bring it out. It's Montgomery. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Jones to throw. Bringing the heat. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Unloads it left. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
The Gators will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll start on the ground with Washington. There he goes! And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down.
He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Tiger! Ball into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
David, I mean, you can take your hands away from your your eyes. At this point, this thing is just defense optional. This is atrocious. Nobody wants to tackle in this game. Nobody wants to take an angle. It's another long touchdown. Great job by the running back. But when are these defenses going to show up?
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's hard to watch, man. Just we got to get lined up, make sure you're in the right gap. You can't jump out of your gap. You can't guess. And these defenses, they're giving up big plays, and those are the ones that will kill you because it's points right away. And a lot of points in this football game, and these coordinators, they're not real happy right now.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, though.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down.
Turns on the Jets. At the 20. Touchdown, Florida. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect him. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. They'll start on the ground with Washington. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Looks as if he's going to run it. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Remember, they took the last punt back for a touchdown. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Jones wants to throw it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Caught, and he's got room. Past the 20. All the way. Touchdown, Gators. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. A 4-point game at 35-31. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Shoots it to the left. That's caught. It's Kane. Wide open spaces. Inside the 30. 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn.
That's just such a great way to answer. Your defense just gives up a touchdown, no problem. Offense come out, see what the defense is in. The passing game makes the big play down the field and the immediate answer to get the momentum back in this football game.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And they're able to get him down.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Jones to throw. And it's knocked away, incomplete on third down.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the third quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So first down will open up the final period. Here's a give to Washington. Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. Ball's at the 27. It's third and short. Can they avoid making that fourth down decision? On the run, it's Cobb. The chains will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Really nice job.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Good, solid tackle. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Making side adjustments here. Brown wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And that's a better job by this defense. That's exactly what they've got to start doing more. He's had a lot of success on the ground. It's apparent he will take off and move. So how do we keep him in the pocket? Get him behind the line of scrimmage, fluster him a little bit, and don't let him use those wheels.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. The defense able to hold them to a field goal on that last drive, and now this offense will try to answer, and they need a touchdown. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Pryor.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to get it through the air. Rushes on him. Across the 45. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
And both these quarterbacks, man, they're showing off their ability to take off and scramble and make plays. Right here, it's a design pass. He's looking to make a play. What does he do? He sees some space, captures it, makes the big play with his feet, gets another first down. This guy can do that a lot.
Here's the pressure. Throwing on the run. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Behind the chains now on second and long. The run inside. It's Montgomery. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. Sends it back in motion. Grabbed behind the line. It's Pryor. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Touchdown, Gators! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And they did need that extra point to take the lead, and now they have it here in the fourth. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the capper came on a 34-yard jaunt to the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Cobb. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success, but on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback may change this route.
14, no.
Keep it on the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on third down. There's a crease. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Hit as he throws. He's got it. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. Makes it past the marker. Got a lot of room to the right. Touchdown, Tigers. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. The Tigers are back on top.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
Going for two here to try to make the lead 7. Just couldn't nudge it across for the 2-point conversion. They had hoped to go up by a touchdown, but they're still up by 5 here in the fourth. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Snap it to the back. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And that's luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Jones wants to throw it. Pressure coming. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays. And you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it. They know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him. And as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the ground.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. He's taking the deep shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
I know they've got all their timeouts left, but it feels like this is the ball game right here. Fourth down, the quarterback's got to do something special, knowing that they need a touchdown here to win.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. lowers those pads. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
What a big play in the fourth quarter when you're trailing and you really needed to get a first down here. Nice job by the quarterback, making the pass, getting the first down.
Game on the line. Offense has the ball. Down one score, time winding down. What is better than the... And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
Fourth quarter, we're getting later in the game. You give up a big play, you don't get down to yourself. Nice job by this defense, staying positive. Then you get after the quarterback and get the big sack.
The Gators are going to call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They're dealing with a second and long. Jones to throw. Here's a heat. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. They're doing everything they can to erase this deficit, and they convert another fourth down.
This defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They've had him in 2 fourth-down situations, and they just can't make a play when it matters most.
Looking to throw on first down. Passes incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
Well, they're running 4 verticals down the field, and the